Hello family, Mukhaisi Dumela. Welcome to The Voice with me, Balisa. Remember, this is a show for you, by you, with you, giving you a chance to tell your story. And today on The Voice, I am honored as we usher into Good Friday. I'm honored to have right here on The Voice Pagati Insight. Not only a Joyous Celebration gospel artist, but she is a minister in the gospel, right? She is a worshiper. She is a mother. She is a wife. And of course, she is an entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Puleng Marsh.
What an intro. What an intro.
Hello, sis.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Listen, I'm sitting with you.
Of course.
So I am super. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
having me.
sis.
Wow.
Now, it's Good Friday, right? And since we have you here, I just want us to start this differently. I want to sibathomele nje.
Okay.
Sibashaya nje nge-chorus nje ethi nje qani nje. Ngishaya
Likuphila lingamanza mpomposa ukuphila.
Wow.
From a brand new EP.
Oh wow, sis.
Amen.
Brand new EP.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So is it out already?
It's out for the Easter. So when people back in enter Easter ka okuphila and just going from side to side, giving God the glory because He is life. He is life.
Oh, awesome.
Amen.
So since it's Good Friday, what do you understand about Good Friday?
Yeah, I think for me it's the most important day because that's where I found Puleng, I found life, I found Christ because He had to die so that I can live. He had to die so that I can be Puleng, that is saving lives, that is changing people's lives. So for me, more than my birthday, this day means everything because through this day, through Easter, I'm able to do what I never thought I would ever do because I'm leaning and I'm clinging on the name Jesus and the blood that shed. It washes me, it protects me, it covers me. So my life is all about that special day, Good Friday. So it's everything to me. That's what I explained. What I received, I found Christ and I found life through the cross.
And you just said more than your birthday. Why is your birthday in Good Friday?
No, my birthday is on the 25th of September. It's a special day, yes.
Okay.
But there's the death of Christ. Yes, it was painful. But what it brought for me and my family and my life, it's just everything. Yes.
Awesome. So now let's get to Puleng March.
Oh, yeah?
Right. I want to know about your background, where you're from, how you grew up, and, just before we get to what you're doing now. Who is Puleng March and how did you grow up and where are you from?
I was born and raised in Kimberley, the Northern Cape. Raised by a single parent, Mamuruti Toli. My father was in my life for maybe a short time. I think at 13 or 9, it was in and out. When I turned 13, that was the last time I saw him, and he came back. So mom did everything. I was a church girl through and through. I've always been a church girl because mom received Christ and then Abba evangelist, from evangelist she became a pastor. So I've always been now in the Sunday school, from the Sunday school to the church choir, being a youth leader. People knew me as this sister Orata Opela. They would invite me to funerals, some would invite me to their weddings, others anything. They have always been so singing the loudest, the oi papelang, So that has been my life. And I think I moved to Joburg in 2001 to pursue my music career. And I started up as a backup singer for Abo Lundi, Abo Koleka, the Bula stable. I was a backup singer for almost 5 years before I moved to being a backup singer for Obontando. And then after that, I did a bit of Lion King, from Lion King, Joyous Celebration, from Joyous Celebration to Puleng as a solo artist. So I'm a mother as well, a mother of 2 beautiful kids, Xabiso and Unati, and a wife to an amazing husband, my chocolate.
The one who gave you surname Yamahoa.
Umfile surname ya Khwedi, Yamahoa, like Mrs. March.
Mrs. March.
I had to make fun, like I had to change this surname into something. It's even my slogan. Marching on. So whatever are we marching on? We are marching on. Like I don't know. I had to turn it into something. That's how much I love my husband and the surname that he gave me. So yes, I'm married to Mr. March, George March. We've been married for 18 years. Still going strong.
Oh wow, blessings.
Thank
now,
you.
sis, tell me, you spoke about growing up, being brought up by a single mother. And the last time you saw your dad, you were about 13 years, So I want you to take me through that time, that small Puleng, how it made you feel like, as a child, knowing it is only your mom and the kids in the house. What did it bring out, of you? How was it like?
It wasn't nice, but I will say this, that big ups to my mom. That woman is strong. She played her role fully as a mother, and also I don't know how she did it, but she could play also being a father. She was a very strong, independent woman that made sure that we lacked nothing. We ate, we dressed well. As much as when I look back now, I'm like, but she made sure. There was a time when we lived in Mumkuku, you understand. But for me, I was able to take lunch to school, dress well, be given a uniform or everything that I needed. I had. So it was just those moments, Nyana, when you visit maybe your cousins and you get there to the cousin, and then there's a father and there's a mother. You see how beautiful it is. Sometimes you see them in a car, and as a child, this is beautiful, and you would love for it for you to have that as well. But as life was, we didn't have. But when my mom got a chance, an opportunity to make us feel like there's a father, Gail played that role so perfectly. That's why I believe that I'm that strong woman right now, because I took from my mom and I saw how she stood to the test of times as a mother, as a preacher, a leader in the church as well, which that comes also with its own challenges it's challenging, but she was able to do it. I could hear her sometimes when she prays. There's a song I wrote for Uxoli Mncwangu Ukuphila. It says that I learned from my mom, that she would always say, you are a strong shoulder, that I can lean on. And I think those were the days when she really needed. We would see her as this strong woman, because but at night, at midnight, where her praying times, she would say that to God, and now as a grown woman, as a mother myself, I understand those prayers. Those were the times when she was crying for help from God. I need to wake up as a strong woman. Right now, I don't feel like that. But when, because I will lean. So, yeah, it wasn't nice, but because I had a strong mom, those were able to be covered up, because she played a role so well as a mother and a father.
So did your mom maybe explain where was Papa at that time? Because all of a sudden now you see Papa not in the house and Papa gone, and
my mom was open, yes, in a very weird way, because as strict as she was, obviously it's not easy for me to go and ask my mom about my dad. But she would say, the company, like he was working for the mining 30 years, so he stayed there. And if no yaka and mama can like she'll provide. But because we were kids, we wanted that. She would still say, if uzofik. And also she would explain, I am a pastor now. I am a woman of God. if your dad naye angakwazi uyithatha le ndlela esihambayo then ngeke kulunga endlini. And because now I think ngihudile fast, because I could also see what my dad nasa fit in a way, because mom kyo kimzalwane dad yena waditshwaranyana ko sighting, you understand, and kereke was not really my father's thing. And we got to learn also later this kind another life as well, you understand, hence this couldn't emerge. But by the grace of God, mama mene shame, she would explain this is it, and we could also see no, this guy chose this life. We will never fit in this life, so that's how we got to know. And we would go to the company and see I was old enough to see this person doesn't want to be in our lives, but we kept going until we decided let's stop, because there's no use.
How many kids did your mother raise at home?
We were 4 kids from my mom. My one boy, my brother who passed away, and then now we are left as my bigger sister, me, and my baby sister. So 4 from my mom. My dad had other kids as well. I don't know how many, but he had kids. We found out later that he had kids in Lesotho. So hence the back and forth, because he was living obviously this life and that other life.
So you just mentioned earlier on, you know, but then I look at you now, I think then for me it says it's a story of a child who probably, you know, grew up in, you know, in those conditions, but look at you now, you know. So that is honestly such a beautiful story for me to say your background or where you come from does not determine your future, because now looking at you, you know, you are all over television now, you know what I mean, you're a superstar, you're a gospel artist, look about Joyous Celebration, you know, in big shows, you know what I mean, you're a happily married woman, you know. So I just want you maybe to give an advice or an encouragement to someone, or maybe a young child out there who also grows up or who is growing up in those conditions. What, you know, motivation or what can you say to encourage someone like that?
Okay, firstly, I would just say that I'll always go to my mom before that what she used to say to us. I remember even when I moved to Joburg, she said to me, I don't have silver, I don't have gold, but ngino Jesu. Tata lo Jesu mtanam, ke no tla bulela ndigoro ko Joburg. I'd say the same thing to that young girl. Jesus is everything. How it's and he knows, the Bible says he knew us before we were even born. He knitted us together. So I think when you create something and you make something, you don't, how it's a flop. You do something that will represent your name well out there. When they look at that, they must say, that kingwana mamang. Today, people are looking at me kingwana mawe, and when they look at mawe, they know who mawe kimsadi watapelo, kimsadi ya tusang sechaba. They know, they can tell or kitsetwe kima. So le that young girl sitting there, or your surroundings, like you said, or hadi bulele or ofelletse mo, or your future will never be bright. Talk to God. Tell him exactly. There's a verse in the Bible where it says, we don't have because we did not ask. So whatever you don't ask, you won't have because you did not ask. I want to feed my family and take care of. You tell God exactly, and he will make sure that Obama, because at the end, glory must go to him. At the end, I can't say give credit to my dad. I give credit to God, because he's the only one who opened all this. I'm sitting with you, Palisa, here. Come on. I used to watch you on TV, and I'm sitting with you today. That can only be God. You understand? So I'm saying today, the relationship with God should never fail. You understand? Between that girl must make sure situation, but the one that brought me to this earth, God, I trust you with my future. And God, he's not a man that he should lie. If he said, I will never leave you, nor will I ever forsake you, that's the God. He will do exactly. Sometimes it might not come but later he does. He's never late. It will happen at God's time, but we must keep the contact with God, and he will make it happen. happen.
Amen. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make
it happen. Amen.
So now here's this little thing, right? Now you're singing in church. Now you're singing, maybe got the events in, you know, how was it like? And what was your dream? And how did you start from there? And now finally going to this, you know, big city, the city of gold, for you to end up in big shows like, well, you know, Joyous Celebrations and the ones that you've just mentioned. How did it come about? Who picked you up? Who recognized you? Who said, Mara, that one? Or was it you were trying to, who knocked at the doors? How did it come about?
I've always been this energetic, loud, barawa papa girl. You understand? So like I said, I would be at funerals. My husband, we did a podcast the other time, and they ask him utsibile jwang or wang rata and umponi kai. And he mentioned at the funeral, at his parada's funeral. I didn't even see him, I didn't know. And Ariane, he was 8 or 9 at that time.
Wow.
At 8 or 9, we're not shaking side.
So you guys know each other from the time
we've known each other since when Aki Mutsiba now was 10. So at some point. So we've known each other since we were very young, and obviously Kabodi College we separated and came back. So I would always sing at Mostrating. Everywhere I got a platform now, I would just sing. I'd get invited, and I started a group as well. So I had my own group called Sounds of Praise, Mighty Sounds of Praise. So I would sing at concerts, sometimes being invited to the government functions and go sing. So from Sunday school to those stages. And I've always seen myself as your Brenda Fass. Because at that time, everyone wanted to be a Brenda Fass. And then Rebecca came. Remember Rebecca Malope, gospel. That's something I love. That's me. And now I want to be Mom Rebecca Malope, you know, would imitate, stand in front of a mirror, spray, potolo, and, you know, I'm always go stupu, moko, you know, I've always seen myself as someone who, you know, as a star. And the little girl in me knew, I'm called for greater things. And then, with me singing, people will see and people will advise you, why don't you go to Joburg? And obviously Johannesburg was like, yo, kilo shwa. How from Kimberley to Joburg. And then this one friend of mine, this auditions, Elizabeth Joyous Celebration, go there. I'm like, Joyous Celebration, if you heard me, Nike Bina. Joyous Obina, you know. And my sister at that time, my cousin Anatlo, so she came to Joburg, so I came with her. And then when I got to Joburg, like Angsabui. I'm already in Joburg, so let me sit Monday auditioning, and she was like, good. She went back. I stayed. The Monday I went for auditions. I think Mutomponinki manager ya Lundi.
So where did you find out of this Joyous Celebration audition?
I've always heard about or heard of downtown. Everybody I work at Joburg downtown. Go to downtown. So I'll ask the guys about Obutua, my husband, because I'm Joburg about downtown. I know downtown is kai. They dropped me off go downtown. Downtown. By the grace of God, I would Tseponzimande came and I thought drop the keyboard off and I thought the keyboard.
I remember Tseponzimande. He was an actor.
Yes,
he also became
Yes.
And he became a manager for gospel artists.
Yes,
right?
Yes. So he saw me standing there. Sisi, ufuna in lab. Ngathi mina ngifuna ukucula. Aruyacula. Kali yebo ngiyacula. Oh, okay. You think phone like kanti ufonela Sifiso Ncwane akhona usisi lana ngiyamletha lapho nim audition ama nimthandile ke nizomthatha if animthandanga sizobona senza njani. And then he gave me address, ngigibele taxi, I went ukuhla kwami lapha yakakopana leSifiso Ncwane at long later. He took me to the audition to the rehearsal space. When I got there was this girl, she was struggling. She was struggling and I'm sitting there and then they said, you know what, Sisi, hlala kancane iri re utlo osu. I went, I sang, and then they said to me, "Stelunga some movies, stay there."
Wow.
That's how I got my job. Lundi came, everybody came, and they were all happy. That weekend we started to gig. We went to Durban. Ever for 5 years, I started working with them. So coming this side, yeah, it was scary, but I took that step of faith, and I feel like God just for me to just stand, go that place, and support to come and take me for. How that the steps of the righteous are ordered by God. I just feel like God just ampela into a hand for me to be here.
Wow. So what was it like when you first met Sfiso Ncwane and now Lundi Tyamara?
Yeah.
Tyamara, right?
Yeah, Lundi Tyamara.
Remember, I used to be a gospel presenter, gospel show presenter, so I used to work with them a lot. So then now when I saw them, I would always be at I'm like, I'm going to actually interview this one, you know. So how was it like for you?
Yo, this girl from Kimberley, we only see these people on TV, and to finally meet them like in person like that, it was just humbling. It was just your heart would go, but you want to keep it, you understand, no such jumpies. And I think Sfiso at that time, he wasn't that big, understand, and I can't say Afika, but still for me it was big. The fact that I saw him on TV was enough, you know. And I think people still have that. They see you once on TV, so now the million, so now the cheletos, you understand.
Exactly.
So when I saw him, I was so excited. And the church girl and the Christ girl that I was, already in my heart, I was just starting to rabasha kiboba. Already like, God, this is you. This is me walking with Sfiso to a rehearsal. And Sfiso, and I said there, when I got the opportunity like to sing, even being on KMI Piladi mic, the band, I'm like, hey. So it's happening. It's really happening. And then Lundi came in. He came the next day even. And then he came. When he came, I thought, yeah, no, nope. Nah, you're right, I'm not because he's been in the game. He knows big names. You understand? But he was so happy. We even became close. He called me my baby sister, though nearly almost same age. I worked with him when he had problems. He would call me. I remember the one time he said to me, you know, I can see you are going places, but you can see also the industry engine. Please don't touch this thing. Ashobody alcohol. Please don't touch those things. I don't want you to touch this. I can see when I'm already. Please don't ever feel tempted to these things. It's hard to come here. So I just love that about him as well, because he could have said, it's funny.
Let's do it together.
Let's do it together. But for him to stand so strong and say, you're not going to touch that. And not that I wanted to. I've always been, they know me good, but for him to still find time and say, please, Mtaka Malana, Ingozi, don't touch this. You understand? So I was just blessed to land also in the hands of people who saw this Christ in me and who saw great things about me. But they were able to say, we will protect you, we will guide you, so that Oscar will. So I think I was blessed when it comes to that as well.
So when he passed on, how were you feeling like? Because you're saying you guys were so close.
Yeah.
He called you your baby sister, you know.
Yeah.
How was it like for you? And where were you when you received that call that your brother or your fellow brother or artist Lundi has passed on?
I think even months before, I was just trying to get to him, to see him in hospital. But then to this akopani, kocha buwali mamang, and then buwali mamang hey menedi la kadla ko bantu bangena lapha. That also just kind of killed me for not. But you kept hoping that uzopuma, because he has always been a fighter. You understand? So quick in Zambona maseka pumile, and then I was at home, got that call from a friend to say, "Hi bo uzwile. Oguti Lundi is no more." This is, I cried. I cried.
I remember also when I used to interview him, he would come to Gospel Gold, and then you can see, you know, he would just light up. So I can imagine how you felt.
So I was so broken, and I remember that time when he threw all his suits in the water. Like nobody could say anything to him, and they called me. When I came, he opened the doors like something and I mean right now I don't want to go to the show. But what about us? Tina to support her, and then now you and I think there after that event, that whole situation, that's when I decided, no, I think it's got some I need to move because I can't be dealing with this. But I'm here, we avail ourselves, we dedicate our times to help this person on to be there and to work. But collab. Asali mo waqabana le management lo na wa relwantsha, and so there I decided I'm good now, sharp. But still he would call, even he called my mom crying because it was very dramatic. So when he died, man, no, it was really painful. It was really painful, and his birthday is on my anniversary. So on the 16th of December every year, when it's the 16th of December, I'm celebrating my birthday, but also I cannot help but to remember Lundi Tyamara. If he was still alive, he would be turning this, and I'm sure Netla phone in the morning, I birthday and all that. So he played a huge role in my life, and I will forever be grateful. And I feel like he played his role as well as a gospel artist. He served until that time, which is sad. Also, I also have this. I feel like because he was still young, man. He was still very young. But again, yeah.
But what do you think, is the cause of artists, especially in South Africa, to end up taking drugs and, even not only alcohol, but alcohol and drugs?
Yeah.
What causes that, especially now for gospel artists? I mean, Lundi is a gospel artist. You would expect him to be, maybe holy or clean, or, what do you think is the cause? What is the depression about it? What's happening?
I think the industry is very hard, man, and it's not everyone who handle. The others is just peer pressure. Just peer pressure. Everybody's doing it, so let me do it. A lot of money is coming in. I have to dress smart. I have to. It's the life in the industry, so I have to fit in. Lina, Babang, it's just the pressures. So the pressure. So it's a lot. You don't know how to deal. Of which it's not a excuse how it's into too, but like I said, how it's when and your relationship with God, you can always say this is not for me. But unfortunately, not everyone has that in them to say this is not for me. Others fall in because now the friends are doing it, so let's do it. Abawang is just a one-day thing. You understand? It happened, and it's not only. I won't say all gospel artists. I don't know. I'm talking about this one that said to me, we did this, don't do, because I'm struggling, and you saw my journey. So I don't know if others are doing it.
I always ask myself, why are drugs so easily accessible, especially to artists? What is the pressure so much that, they are so easily... Like how can I put it? They get drugs so easily, or they get them so easily, and they take them, and I don't know. Could it be, or maybe is it money problems, or is it maybe the pressure of moving from one show to another? Because sometimes I hear that artists would probably need to perform in 3 or 4 shows, and to get that energy. What could be the problem?
For us as gospel artists, I feel like for us, like I said, I don't know anyone that's doing that. And if you get back-to-back shows, it's also the environment is Tina. There's no drugs there, there's no alcohol, it's church. So where would you access those things? You understand? So I don't know for other genres, maybe the environment, because they're selling these things, they are there, maybe it's easy for what. But for it also depends really with your surrounding, who you surround yourself with, and the people. Are they using these things? Are they drinking these things? So it could be easy for now, but if you surround yourself with people, then uzozwela na ukuthi khona into so mara awudiboni awuditsebi because everywhere calling thing hadiyo, you understand. So it goes with where you are, who you find yourself with. Are they using those things, and is it easy for them to give you luena or welana, and then obviously wela moten whether keep back to back show the back to back shows, you know. I go from one gig to another, from there, and you drive. It's long drives to these places. Drink a Red Bull. Drink a Red Bull, drink water, you go on stage. After that, you sleep to the next day. That's it. So I don't know what pushes them, Bonnie. If it's the back-to-back, I feel like the back-to-back, you can still do it. But it's from a person, man. I want, for me, it's just a Red Bull, or it's just a water or something like that for me to be able to do it.
So now let's talk about Joyous Celebration, right? There you are now. How did you audition in Joyous Celebration and finding yourself, you know, performing now with the Joyous Celebration cast? How was it like? And you know, seeing all these gospel artists, the famous Lindelani Mkhize's, Bomtunzi Numbers, and, you know, because I think I would like to think that, you know, because it's a whole group of you, right? So you need to be exclusive with the voice, because it's not everyone who's a leader there. But when you're also spotted out, like just to be taken out to be one of the you know leading singers, you know. How was it like for you?
I didn't audition, but what people don't know is I did audition I don't remember when, and azange ngiyithole. Funny, when I told Babu Lindelani about the audition, they didn't even remember. It's like, well, how come we missed you? There's no, I did audition, and I got that call. I got to know you didn't make it, but we put you are in the list. If anything happened, I remember maybe Babu Livuyo came to Kimberley for a crusade, and he preached about understanding God, standing under God, and things. You understand, when you're under God will make things happen and stuff like that. And I'm like, but no, I don't understand. Why listen to you know? I'm like, no, she said the right time, you know, don't stress. Okay, fine, Dijara fit. And then it happens that I do get at the Lion King with Lebo M and stuff. So at opening night,
the Lion King.
Yes,
I used to love the Lion King. Like,
is it?
Yeah, I wanted to be on stage, but I didn't make it.
Is it? So you auditioned?
No, I didn't get a chance to audition. I think it was so full in the audition. Then it just you know, when I got there, it was packed and the queue was so long. Packed. So I just turned back.
So I auditioned for the Lion King, and I got to be part of the ensemble. And then on the opening night, Leboem said I must be part of one of the artists that will perform at the opening night with Mafikizolo. So Lindelani was the music director. He was running that part of the show. So he said to me, Joyous? I would love to, but now I'm still Lion King contracts and stuff like that and stuff. So we started talking Joyous from there. And then after that Lion King, Monte Casino, I went to the other Lion King in Singapore. When I came back from there, that's when I got the call from Babu Lindelani. No, and success didn't know rehearse. Got there, they were done with the rehearsals for the Easter shows. I think Dudu was the lady who was assigned to teach me the songs and stuff like that. So I joined them. The first show, never rehearsed. I had to rehearse and learn the song during the show. So that's how I joined. It was a beautiful journey, man. I'm not gonna lie. I learned a lot being part of Joyous Celebration. Remember, I said these are the people TV who would imitate any new song at our worship team because we are doing this song, and they once came to Kimberley as well. They did the competition. It's you win a ticket or you win a sports bottle. I was one of those young girls. I don't even remember. I was those small girl Obinamo. I won a sports bottle, a t-shirt, Joyous, and a ticket to watch Joyous. So for me to be part of it was just so. Even people in the street would remind me, "Wow, sports bottles are Joyous, can't joy." So being part of them, I learned a lot. Now I always share in my interviews, in Joyous, I was not just a minister. Now I would ask questions behind the scenes, the music industry, how does it work? Have those meetings, so I think doing that helped me to be the independent artist that I am right now, that I was able to have my own. Now I'm running my own record company, Kemot Entertainment. Now we're about to release the 3rd album under this label. Awesome. So it's because what I've learned with Joyous Celebration as an individual artist, as working, like to work with people as well, it's a challenge. You understand? We come with different background, different but to be able to work with them, God just helped me. And now
oh, congratulations for a new recording company.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to get to that, right? Because you said you were first at Bula Records, and you're also in Joyous Celebration. Now, I want to understand what made you, decide now you don't want to be in the recording company, you want to start your own.
Yeah.
So I want to understand what are the challenges of being in a recording company as an artist. Why I'm saying it, because it's been out there and everywhere else, on the papers everywhere, where you find that a lot of artists are saying, Bona, they are being robbed by recording artists. They don't get royalties, or there's a certain amount of money that they don't get. How does it work? What are those challenges that make you find that where now maybe you're one of the chosen ones, who I can say, that was able to overcome or come out of that struggle, what we call struggling artists? Because there are a whole lot of musicians that I can call out and say, this one and that one, was it Figile Mlamo or something like that, There's another one as well. I think he was also at Bula Records. I think Lena, he ended up staying downtown, as an alcoholic, but he was a good gospel artist. And I'm saying this because I know, because I've worked with gospel artists before as a gospel music show presenter. But then I want to understand what were the challenges, or what are the challenges of being in such a recording company where you find most of the artists end up struggling. And yet where now you were able to come out and able to be where you are and open your own recording company.
I think that the main thing is to get knowledge as much as you can when you join a company. Besides the knowledge, and just know what you are signing yourself into. We get there, we get excited, or there's a paper. This is what I've been dreaming to do. I've always wanted to be an artist. Now they are putting papers in front of me to make that real for me. How you just sign, and most countries are just signing your life away. But also, sis, I think if we understand as an artist in this company, these people are going to spend their money to record me, right? And when they record me, they are still going to spend money to market me, to dress me, you understand? It's money to transport me, everything. I'm not spending a cent. So that means the money that comes back must go to them. They've spent money like any other company. You buy, the profit is yours. Esalang, ria. You understand? So I think Rona, we sign not knowing all those things. You hear but you understand? But after some time now, as an artist, as you grow yourself, you get to understand, okay, the percentage now is so okay, you have spent this much. You need to ask those questions. Okay, you spent how much did you expect to spend for this? So that means shelter at least for my voice and my effort, Lina is the face of this thing that you're pushing. There's something that I must get. But when you don't know these things, you just agree. Also, the songs that you wrote, register. There's companies like your Sambros where at least you'll get the money off your song. But sometimes you just sign and you give everything away. The songs that you wrote, other people get royalties from that country. But it's So for me, like I said, I've always been obotang. I would ask questions and even ask people with companies, or what's the best way to sign under a company or to do it. Well, no, your money, you can do it. But it's gonna cost you a lot, because now you have to record yourself, you have to market yourself, every single cent. It goes where the company, yes, it's everything, and so for me, I chose like, let me do everything myself. I learn. Everybody starts there. You open a salon. Everything once when for those chairs, for those everything, and the money, obviously sometimes it will take time for a business. After 3 months, after 3 years, maybe I'll holy, after 5 years, you understand? So I went in with that, with all the information I got, and also I was signed under a company also before, and I learned there, okay, this is how it works, and I would ask my producers as well, why next actually the royalties? You understand? I haven't got, listen, A1 from this album. I won 2 Metro FM awards and never got anything, but now as a record label to myself, now I get to understand, maybe because they have spent money with that record. That's why I got, but it's years now. I'm sure now at least they've covered whatever they've used. So you understand? So I think the best way is just to learn, ask questions, and then you'll take the decision when yourself, no, I'm willing to take this risk and open this company and do everything myself, so that the royalties, everything must come to me and not pass by someone else.
But even then themselves, these recording companies, I feel like they don't take out all the information, to the people. They don't tell them what they're signing. They don't explain. I think somehow there is where they are doing bukurukunyan, you know what I mean? Where, because if now this child doesn't even know or has never seen a contract, if this child doesn't know, because those contracts, they come in stacks, right? And then they're also typed in small letters. These young stars, these young girls or boys, they are just excited that I'm going to be under a certain recording company, but then they're not informed, they are not told, this is what you must sign, and all they do, they tell you, you're going to perform there, you're going to perform there, and now maybe somewhere along then they hear, no, they paid your company 400,000, and when they give you 10,000, I think that's also a challenge.
I think that it is a challenge, and you also don't have a lawyer then to take this contract to the lawyer. You understand? So that also it was our sign ninja, because if lawyer, I can't afford a lawyer, or just and go through this the whole. We don't have time for that. Sometimes we do have time, but come on, so it shy more, but the truth is we need to do that. We need to do, if you sign a contract, especially this day and age, I don't believe right now with all the information that is out there, you understand? I think we should take it upon ourselves as artists to really seek for information. Ask people around you. When you get a contract, make sure, like if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. Don't go for it. I had a friend who wanted to sign under a company, and she's very smart and stuff. She got a contract and she was like, nah, this doesn't make sense. And I said to her, this is a big company. You understand? No. For me, after I've recorded my own album, I spent when we do live recordings, you saw recording sound, it's a lot of money. The screen, everything is a lot of money. Lighting, and you have to pay it. And then you take that project to give it to a company. You understand that it's so she was like, no. And I said to her, excitement, this company, this big company, but long sign, and they go with it, and then they later cry. Get as much information as you can before you sign. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Take your time, or just do it yourself. It's doable. It's a bit challenging. It takes a lot, but it's doable to record your own album and take it to people and push it like we are doing. Are
there maybe people out there that maybe probably you can say artist managers that can maybe take these youngsters and guide them, and especially guiding them on finances, how to use their money? Because now this is a young girl who's just recorded a music album, she's seeing herself, she's famous there, and then all of a sudden now she's getting a big check. For the first time she gets a 20,000 rands. Like, how does she manage, this money? Because now that's why you end up finding like artists like them who end up being in drugs, Lundi, and a whole lot of them. How does it work? Is there maybe any other managers, or when in your recording company, as a recording company yourself, do you provide that for young and upcoming artists to guide them and maybe manage them and assist them how to manage their fame, how to manage their finances?
Me, I talk a lot, sis. I share information. They will tell you my BVs, my band. You sit with me, M20. If we drive here to Boksburg, to the hallway, and I tell them as well, ask Skathaba, we will give you the information. So there are very few who give out information, but also the artists at that time, they are very excited. They don't have time to listen to until they reach that time. Because but very few are asking those questions. And I love the artists nowadays. They study. They are out there, they are doing their things, they ask the questions. But hence I said earlier, I don't see a reason now when the information is so out there now on YouTube, everywhere you can get the information. Also, we are so blessed that I'm able to sit with Babu Lindelani for a meeting. In that meeting, what am I talking about? What am I saying to Babu Kings? Am I all Joyous Dipina? No, let me ask about the business. So what do I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you find Babu Kize who will tell you, who will give you the information. And also when it comes to management, I know Tina, as married women, people have a problem that our husbands are managing us.
Yes, Mr. Lash is managing you.
Yes, my husband is managing. It is because he understands me. He has my best interest at heart. Yes,
best interest at
heart. He wants the best for me. So I don't see my husband at now book look at 30,000 take 100,000. Because that money, so thank you, Kroza, so too. You understand that it's for us. So for us it works, and we agree. Like any bookings that come say and talk about, okay, this is how we're going to do it. So for other people, you understand, booking I can 100 or maybe 60 more, because he must walk away with something, you understand. But when you are family, like me and my husband, whatever walk away, and then it serve a mutlung for both of us. So I think they must also choose what will work for them. Go for someone that you feel like he is close to your heart, will do anything. He will sell you as Mutamoratang. Then you can work with that person. But Mutotla and just because I know the industry, that person he must get something. Obviously, so I think those are the things that out there, because so it too is also Nama must walk away with something. Now you must walk away with something. So sometimes artists are about like everything. What about the person that worked hard, that picked up the phone and called talking? I
was about to ask you, why are artists so expensive? Like, you'd want to book Puleng much, and then she'd tell you 100K. I'm like, 100K just to come and sing. So there's a whole lot more where that money goes to.
It's a whole lot more. Like, it's a whole lot more. Like, when I come, when it's Bukalo, sometimes I don't charge 100 something. I so fit more. I so fit more. But there's a band. I have a 5-piece band. I have 3 singers. But there's you understand. There's PR. There's a lot. Baba Batlang something out of that. And sometimes there's podiums. They need to eat. Sometimes there's transports. Or maybe it excludes transport. So it's not for Puleng. Puleng also is going to share with people. And also, this day and age, it's hard to even ask those 100, because after COVID, it was very hard. Everyone was negotiate. So you end up taking o feeling gore la dumeletsana ka yona gore no na I'm good with this, is it sharp for wena? If not, if you feel like no, I'm going to move, it's not enough for me, I can't, it's okay. It's okay. But if you feel, no, I can work with that, let's build a relationship, because that's also very important in this industry, relationships. You understand? When Palisa comes, Palisa is my sister. I can't say, you understand? But it's a different story with someone otlang ka di sponsors mutona le o thotse di tšhelete kae le nnang ordinary and give me what I ask for, and then I will come and deliver. It's about the relationships as well.
Okay, but then how much do you charge for performance?
Why?
I want to know, because since you're talking, money is, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you just said it depends on an event. You know what I mean?
Yes. We do calculations for, okay, the artist I'm going to give my singers maybe the 2.5 or the 2,000. It depends. Like, I
have to book you, Puleng, to say, please, I've got an event, or maybe I've got a birthday celebration, it's an indoor, what are your rates?
I think I'm from 25 to 70.
So cheap.
I am cheap now.
You are cheap.
270.
270, so
maybe
cheap.
80. But yeah, it goes with the relationship. And also they say you get with awards that comes as well. You have to.
And by the way, you've got an award, right?
I have 13 awards.
13? Tell me about them. How?
I have
Listen
13.
to this.
I have 5 Northern Cape Gospel Awards. I have 2 Crown Gospel Awards. I have 2 Metro FM Awards. I have a Hero, and I have Horizon. Like I've
Please, look at you.
I have 2 Ingomas Awards. So I worked very hard. So sometimes when you come and you say, okay, this is where I am, and I think also this hard is because people know that Puleng is a somebody. The reason also I had to bring in a manager was most of my friends will say, wena uzogcina usebenzela mahala ngenxa yale nhliziyo yakho uzosebenzela mahala, because I'm very understanding. I'm like, let's work.
With all these awards, the Metro FM Awards, the Ngoma Awards.
Yeah, you can put 13. The number, the 90,000 or Bukai 70 or 80, 90. And then when somebody comes and says, hey, but there are other artists who are very formal, like it's either this or not. I think I'm getting there. I'm getting there now to say no, but at least respect me now. Because when I go on stage, Nami, I don't play. And
I mean, I've seen you perform, like you're the heavens open. Like Puleng is a worshipper, guys. Like the heavens just open. I really enjoyed your show.
We thank God. So yeah, Linda, from my side, I bring everything. And as much as I give God the glory and honor God, I also know that He says this gift will open doors.
Amen.
For me, I can never go hungry. Can say kere Jesu ki morena matlala ya mpetsa kanti Jesu o kae, batho le bona ba sa tshepe batho ba sa tshepe re o unkulunkulu bula lesindlala but He is able to provide because He is Jehovah Jireh. So we've seen God. God.
So sis, let's talk about your recording company. What do you do, and do you take an artist? Anybody out there that says I want to record, can you give us more information on how you take an artist or how you identify artists?
Yeah, okay. At the moment, I'm the only artist. I wanted to know as much as I can about the industry, learn, and use me as a model as well, so that when I bring in someone, I have the information. And I think I'm there now, and I'm trusting God. Now, how I scout, I like to work, to check if I can work, because I feel like that's a person you understand, and then maybe you can. So I'm looking there first, but I run away. So I'm going to say news. So at churches as well, when we go, I always tell they will inbox and I'm like, oh, okay, and I go to the Facebook page to check, and I get told Nix. And I'm like, but we can't get low because inbox is and chances are but at least when I go to your page, I'm able the people don't know the video it's in CV, you understand? So we check, we scout if we want to and la connector and recorder. So we do artist management, we do album recordings, we do branding, we do marketing, and we do events as well. So I'm trusting God for one day leader to this person, because one of my dreams is to go back to my hometown and record, even if it's just 6 voices. Like I said, I had a group called Mighty Sounds of Praise. I still want to bring them these dry bones shall live. Amen. So I want to go back to my hometown and bring out those voices again and record them, and we'll see where God takes us from there.
Awesome. So you also have a YouTube channel. Puleng Match has a YouTube channel.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Tell us about your YouTube channel.
Say, please subscribe, comment, and
watch all the adverts.
Yes,
and
yes,
like
please.
And share as much as you like.
Yes, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hear them.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. Tell them, sis. Tell them.
Yes, tell them. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Puleng Match. I am on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Puleng Match, and on YouTube I'm the official Puleng Match.
Official Puleng Match.
Yes, all my music videos and couple of videos, and I try to be a vlogger there, but hey, I'm shy. I'm trying, so I'll get there. So yeah, please
my
subscribe.
Kings and queens, you're gonna love Puleng's Match YouTube channel. Please do subscribe at official Puleng Match. I'm telling you, if you want to worship, if you want to, immerse in the spirit of the Lord and watch, I promise you, you're gonna love it. Now I'm always gonna watch it. As of now on, I subscribed this morning. Say
yeah. I subscribe also to The Voice.
Thank you. Awesome. Yes. So now, finally, I want us to talk. You're also a businesswoman, right? Events, Makoti, Enkosini.
Oh yeah.
And I was once a speaker as well at Makoti Enkosini. Tell me about it.
Oh, Makoti Enkosini. God trusted me with this baby in 2008. I started to have this question. So okay, ngizoshada manje, but ngiyazi ngomshado. Kuzoyenzakalani manje? What is, and our churches really then from where I come from. So now I didn't know anything. You understand? I just knew that I love this person, and I said yes. So with these questions growing in my heart, in my mind, I didn't know that God was just sending me to be this lady who will bring together all the other women who have the same questions. How do I come? What do I do? How do I raise godly children? How do I honor this husband? Me, myself, as a husband, as a wife. And in 2013 there, I started to bring the women together. Once off, I thought it was just going to be a once off. Okay, God gave me a name, Makoti Enkosini, Wives in the Lord. Okay, fine. And he gave me a song as well. Oh, okay, it's a once off thing. We're just going to come together and learn from the word of God and bring in speakers, those who've worked the journey before us, Baba Tsebambo, 30 years, 40 years. And we also bring in young Makotis and believe that we can learn from the young and we can learn from the old. And God being God says that once off, now we are sometime last year, I think last year we celebrated 10 years. Wow. And we have kind of like branches. We go to Velcom, we've been to Virginia, we've been to Bloemfontein, we've been to Botswana. You understand? And so it has grown so much. God is just teaching us to be wives. Godly wives, how to raise, how to do this marriage thing the godly way, how to raise, and how to also be that wife in the business space. Be a wife and still, you understand, kill it in the business space. So that's basically Makoti Enkosini. We empower each other. We just spread the word. And we can still do it in Shatwin. So that's Makoti Enkosini for you.
I love it, So I just want to say, I'm going to run a competition, right? I want Puleng to tell us when is the next Makoti Enkosini, because if you and you as subscribing and watching The Voice, if you can just tell us where is Makoti Enkosini, you stand a chance to win my makeup brand Koinonia lipsticks. So I'm going to give 3
and
lipsticks.
A ticket.
3 lipstick and a ticket to Makoti Enkosini.
Right?
Please, all you those that are sending comments, we are seeing all the comments, we are watching them, and we are responding as much as we can. So Puleng is going to tell us when is the next Makoti Nkosini. And the many times you comment, Owami and I, my ninja, because this is brought to you by Mupandi Studios, right? We're going to identify 3 of you where you're going to get at least 3 lipsticks from Kononia, and of course a ticket to Makoti Nkosini. So sis, when is the next event, big event, Makoti Nkosini?
Yes, so the next one is in Velkom on the 17th of May. On the 17th of May, we have Ino Sadiki, one of the Saint Twins. We have Pastor Buthetela from Joyous Celebration. We have like a lineup as strong or happy, like strong, powerful worshippers. Bonumbuso, you saw the worship. Yeah, I'm a worshipper, so there's no way we cannot have worshippers there. We have Pastor Dr. Mokwena as well. So packed lineup, packed a day filled with just God doing his thing through us. And of course the single ladies are also invited, hence we have Pastor Buhle, who is a single lady, there to say something, to help, to share for the single ladies. So don't say I am single, Mina, I can't go. You are also welcome. Even husbands, you saw them the last time.
Yes.
They come because one of them was like, Naki, when I'm side waka so I was like, because wow, the wife, I love this wife, and that's how he started to come to Makoti. So now he doesn't miss. So now it's a lot of Bakwenyana Abazaya. So we're hoping that this year, by end of July, we will also have an event for Abakwenyana. So be on the lookout for that.
So you had the date, right? The date, I'm not going to repeat it. So watch all this episode, and once you hear the date, go to comment and comment and comment. And if you comment as much as you can, right, we're going to definitely get your name. So one more thing, sis, I want you to take out at least 3 of these, and then I'm going to read them out, because these are the questions. Most of these questions, they come from our viewers.
Okay.
So what's the question first? That one first.
Wait. Perform a scene from an existing movie.
Yeah. Perform a scene from an existing movie. Are you watching movies? Have you watched any movies lately? Okay, what show can you just...
Okay, Lion King.
Yeah, perform what? Just Lion King. Nah, Singonya.
No,
I gave you that one. You choose yours.
Okay, Simba. Scar let the hyenas take over the Pride Land. What? Everything is destroyed. There's no food, no water. But if we go back together, we can do something about it. That's Nala to Simba. Trying to convince Simba to go back to the Pride Land. You should go to Lion King.
Oh no, I do. Okay, and then
Next.
second one.
Okay. What habit or trait do you have that you really want to change?
Yeah, what do you want to change? And what habits do you have that you want to change?
Hey, my husband and Let me. Okay, I sleep very late. I struggle to sleep. And now it's like a habit, like I can't sleep before 12. The latest for me, it's at 3. So I want to change that because I'm always tired.
Yeah.
I'm always tired. So I want to try to sleep about 9 and or maybe sleep at 8 because I pray at 12. Even now, it's okay. You understand? So yeah, I want to change that. Maybe sleep earlier, and if I have to wake up at 12, pray at that time, and then sleep again. So that's a bad. I don't think it's a good habit because I'm always tired.
Yeah. So you had viewers now. So Leluna commenting more and see. Let's see how we can help us
to sing. To sing.
This habit to her, and she must limit it. Okay. So send your comments and then just advise our sister what habit she can actually what we can help or how we can help. Yeah. So Koa. Right. George, one last more.
Call a random stranger and tell them a secret.
Yeah. What secret can you tell anybody, any stranger or any of our viewers?
There's a reason why it's a secret.
Hi, woman of God.
It's a secret for a reason.
It's a secret for a reason.
So you don't tell secrets.
Okay,
and call random. And call random people.
I know Puleng is very secretive.
Let's keep it there. It's a secret for a reason. We tell it to God.
We tell it to God.
We tell it to God in prayer. Amen.
Sis, it was wonderful having you here in The Voice. Like, I'm so excited.
Amen.
We're going, you know, it's Good Friday and you're here. And I think I'm so blessed to have you. I'm so honored. You're such a blessing to me. You know, I've known you for quite a while, but then we've been together. You invited me to your show and you also supported me as well when I needed, you know, my crown to be fixed. So, so any last message that you want to say to our viewers?
Well, I'd start by saying thank you, sis, for inviting me to your platform. You're such a blessing as well, a strong woman. Yeah, beautiful, in and out, Shame. I've known you could have been just a celebrity, wait, but you are so lovely. We all say that. Wait, celebrity, wait. But I really just thank what God is doing through you. May He continue to shine His face on you, continue to be the light, and don't hold back. Says run, God. And to the viewers as well, please, let's keep supporting her. She's a chosen one, man. let's support. Let's just call Baba Mbogoto. I think it's that time where we as women should just not with this one, like hallelujah, but with this one we protect, we cover, and we thank God that we have women like you who bring other women on their platform to share their stories. Thank you also for the love, man. Eli Bon Sampuleng on the socials, on my music, things are just happening for Puleng right now in terms of my music. I loaded my EP, 3 songs from the album that you went to worship in newness. God says, behold, I am doing a new thing, and this is a new thing for you, right? And I'm here to celebrate with you. So yes, man, please download. It's on Spotify. It's also on iTunes. Ukupila. Wenta Kwenteke is the second one, and the third one is Difila. You know Mika Difila. So all that is on all the social digital stores. Hey, digital stores. Hey. So please download. Thank you so much for the love. I see you and I appreciate you. May God keep you for me.
And any last scripture?
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, man.
Amen.
I love it because sometimes we limit ourselves. We think we can only do this. And also the John 10:10. A thief only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I love the last verse, the last part where it says He comes to give us life. So I'm holding on to that life. Any dead situation in my life, I'm reminded of what God said. You came to give us life. And as we are facing the Easter life, Amen. That's what we should speak in our situations, in our businesses, in our families, everything. We just speak life. And I'm saying to your viewers as well, Amen.
That means God lives. Thank you so much, Ospuleng, for joining us right here on The Voice.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for all of you who are subscribing. Thank you for all those that are sharing. Thank you for all those that are liking. Thank you for even those that are commenting. Even though sometimes I feel like, hey, the comments is alone. I'm like, guys, this is a conversational
Don't be so
show.
hard.
Don't be so hard on me. Doesn't totally feel like no, it's a conversational show, okay? But this is a show for you as well, by you, with you. And thank you so much for the love. Thank you. We've hit 10,000 subscribers. Okay, so this episode was brought to you by Mupandi Studios. Until next time, thank you. Mwah. From me and my ninja.